Hello, I'm Heath Chrisman, and I'm with Team CoperniCam. Today I'd like to discuss our senior design project, which was sponsored by Mr. Levent Gerdemir, who is the director of the planetarium at UTA. Mr. Gerdemir commissioned us to design a sky camera that continuously records the day and night sky and streams it to the local network for viewing, as well as image retrieval and the ability to view previously recorded footage as well. As it turns out, there were really no good off-the-shelf options for this. Most of them were prohibitively expensive and of surprisingly poor quality for what they were asking for them. There were a few open source solutions, but none of them really met the requirements that Mr. Gerdemir desired. At any rate, I'd like to walk you through the hardware that we went with for this project.
All right, so here is our hardware setup so far. We went with the Raspberry Pi 5. You can tell it's a 5 right out of the gate because the Ethernet port has been moved to the left-hand side. The processing speed on the Raspberry Pi 5 is significantly better than on the 4, and it has really come in handy. We did go with a SanDisk Extreme Series SD card, micro SD card, because of excellent read and write speeds and because we wanted the 1 terabyte storage size for plenty of video storage. This is the WaveShare Power over Ethernet hat. It's really cool. You get your pins extended, and it also has a fan that you can operate via software. And so you can turn it on based on a schedule or under certain parameters. It's really cool. We also, of course, went with the Raspberry Pi high-quality camera sensor, which integrates obviously perfectly with the Raspberry Pi. There's plenty of software right out of the gate that we can use with it. We're using LibCamera. And then this is a common lens camera sensor. It gives us 180 degree field of view, and you can adjust the aperture as well as the focus on this. And so far we've been really impressed with the results. So for our housing enclosure, we 3D printed it in 2 separate parts. This is obviously the bottom half. This is a waterproof cable gland that will cinch down on the Ethernet cable as it feeds through the Ethernet port. So I'm going to go ahead and put the Pi in there. All right. And then this is the top half of it, the lid portion. And this is our acrylic UV resistant dome. And so that is our housing.
All right, now that we've covered the hardware that we're using for this project, I'd like to kind of go over the software stack that we've so far implemented. We're using both LibCamera and FFmpeg. LibCamera to interact with the actual camera sensor, and FFmpeg to containerize the data as well as to create an RTMP stream. So we ended up using Nginx to serve the RTMP feed, as well as to actually back it up. Nginx with the RTMP module has native support to do both of those very easily. It also was perfect because it was very easy to integrate as a system service so that it starts on boot and will restart if it stopped. All right, so here we are just testing out the stream. Obviously, I was in my house when I did this, but the other cool thing is, like I said, Nginx makes it very easy to publish your recorded segments, and so that's what we're going to view here. It's literally just an index of them. You can download them very easily. We did have to put a few scripts in to rename them and sort them. And we also have a retention policy that is ran on a cron job to rotate them out when storage gets full based on our desired settings. All right, and so our next step is to finish our Python backend, which will serve still frame images from the previously recorded video footage based on the user's requests. This will be done using OpenCV or FFmpeg. I would like to end this video with a little bit of footage that we recorded with this setup that we just discussed. I hope you enjoy. Thank you so much.